Well, since I was elected as a TD, I found myself in support on occasions for motions put by Sinn Féin and indeed by the AAA, People Before Profit. On this occasion, I do not support them. I think it is the lowest type of politics that's been played in the Chamber, I have to say. I find myself in agreement with some of the comments made by Deputy Rabbit as I sat in my office and prepared for tomorrow, and also waited for my turn tonight. And as someone who has spent an incredible amount of time in this chamber since I was elected, partly because I was a new TD and partly I was watching and listening, I really find it despicable, this level of politics of split and divide. And let me say that without hesitation. And there will be other motions that I will support Sinn Féin and the people on the left, but not on this one. And indeed, I was absolutely disgusted less than 2 weeks ago when Sinn Féin and People Before Profit and the AAA Alliance, including the other parties, stood up and supported Micheál Martin when he decided that we shouldn't be off last week. And if you were thinking about the staff in this chamber and in this building, indeed that was a golden opportunity for Sinn Féin and for the AAA and People Before Profit to show some bottle and stand up and do what the Business Committee had agreed, and stand up and bring back some honesty into politics and some truth, and not play to the lowest common denominator that politicians are lazy or that politicians have continuous holidays. Like most TDs, my day started today a little later than usual at 8 o'clock. It is now 9 o'clock, and I will continue to work till 11 o'clock tonight. I make no apologies for that. I don't look for any sympathy for that. I made a choice to change careers and come in the Dáil to represent people. And it is disingenuous, if not totally dishonest, to say that I cannot represent working-class people, middle-class people and upper-class people if I don't have a working wage, like Deputy Richard Boyd Barrett has said. I think it's an insult, actually. And I don't think people want that type of politics. We came in here to do a job, and we promised a new type of politics to stand up here and be counted. And I receive a salary which I make no apologies for, and I can actually adopt the high moral ground, which I don't wish to, because I won't be taking the increase, and I made that known well before the Sinn Féin motion. But one isn't in here to adopt a higher moral ground. One is in here to hold the system to account for a fairer country. And we should be looking to provide employment for all of our citizens, for housing, for health. And since the day I came in and until the day I leave, that's the voice I will be in this chamber. And I believe there are solutions, and I believe that tonight's discussion is beyond contempt, actually. And I rarely use such strong language, except in relation to Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil. But on this occasion, I find myself in agreement with them. The salary is paid, it's there. If we don't want it, don't take it. And in fact, Sinn Féin take the full salary, and so do the AAA and People Before Profit, and they use it as they see fit. Now, if they're coming in here on the high moral ground, give it back. Also, the type of language being used is unacceptable in the chamber. And really, I would have loved if this time was used in relation to the trolley crisis. 45 people on trolleys in Galway. A housing crisis with 14 houses being built this year in Galway. And I don't attempt to be parochial. This is what's happening all over the country. And turning people against politicians and saying we earn too much is simply a sideshow and a distraction and an ability and an attempt to divide and conquer people. And I don't think they're that foolish. And everybody deserves a decent wage in this country, and everybody deserves a decent living. And that's our role on this side of the House, to hold the system to account. So I'll finish. I won't take the whole 8 minutes of Ciancorla because I was to share them with somebody else. But I despise this type of politics, utterly divisive for the sake of populism. Thank you.